Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. I'm Adhe Filiyahtri Mochdar from Department of Pharmacy, Faculty of Medical and Medicines. Now, I would like to present you my research paper, and the title of my research paper is Pharmacy Students' Behavior in Choosing Nutritional Needs. Now we would like to move on to the next slide. The next slide is timeline. I will explain to you about the first introduction, the second literature review, the third research method, the fourth the results, the fifth is the discussion, and the last is the conclusion. Now I would like to explain to you about the introductions. So, the nutritional needs are the minimum amount of the nutrition needed by each individual. And every individual has different nutritional needs. The college students rarely pay attention on their nutritional needs by what they take to eat. So, eating behavior is the way one thinks, knows about food. What is in the feeling and the view is expressed in the act of eating and choosing food. So, according to Worthington 1996, eating behavior is affected by two factors, which are internal and external. The internal factors are internal factors that came from within oneself, while the external factors are external factors that come from outside oneself. There are the simple ways or tools to monitor a person's nutritional status. So, how? It is a body mass index or BMI. This may be related to infirmities and overweight. An underweight can increase the risk of infection, while an excess weight increases the risk of diseases such as obesity and complications. So, the students are individuals who enter the age of young adults with an age 18 until 30 years. According to Wirin 2013, the students in this age is the early age of one's self-reliance, in which the individual is free to engage in activities, free to make choices, age to start a career, and a time when the individual doesn't live with parents. So many research-based articles supports that there is need to investigate college students' eating habits and knowledge of nutritional requirements. So this main purpose of this research is to analyze the pharmacy students' behavior in choosing nutritional foods, in this case to meet their body's nutritional needs. So, there is the three questions that interest of the study. The first, what foods today pharmacy students choose to fulfill their nutritional needs? Second, how pharmacy students behavior when they busy and can only eat fast foods? Third, what does the pharmacy students choose to support their nutritional needs besides nutritious food? Now, I would like to explain to you the literature review. First, the theoretical framework. According to Komalasari 2011, the behavior is one of a flaw in psychology. The behavioral approach is an approach that emphasizes dimensions on the cognitive on the individual. And healthy eating behaviors such as physical activity are often comprised among college students. Most nutritional values such as protein, energy, carbohydrates, fats, and most minerals can be obtained by food sources. It is crucial to meet daily nutritional requirements for one's body to function properly and to maintain one's health to the optimal level. Next is empirical review. Many researchers and scholars have suggested research and analysis of the food nutrition or the students' habit in choosing nutritional foods, in case to meet their body's nutritional needs. So, based on the study from Stockholm 2013 found that college students didn't think the harm from fast foods was related to calories but rather harmful chemicals and additives. Another study from Michalopoulos 2008 stated that once students are exposed to university life, they acquire unhealthy eating habits that promote the development of overweight and obesity. There are another study from Miller 2015 and from Siregar. From Miller 2015, a survey on the effectiveness of a health promotion smartphone applications for college students. But from a study from Siregar is to support the government program, the food consumed by humans is certain to contain nutrition in accordance with what is needed for daily activities. The next is research method. The type of research using quantitative cross-sectional survey with data collected from questionnaire design on Google Form. So the study's target was the 2009 pharmacy students and 2020 in Muhammadiyah University of Yogyakarta. Students that are interested in participating were submitted the questionnaire and the data will be compiled and analyzed the research question. Next is the results. So we can see in this slide have two charts. Now I would like to explain to you about the first chart. So the first chart is students pay attention on nutritional intake. And the charts, we can see that most of students still pay attention on nutritional intake. So they think of what they want to eat and choose what they want to eat and also pay attention on it for the nutritional intake. But there are 32% of students that do not pay attention on nutritional intake. Maybe they have some reason why they do not pay attention on the nutritional intake. And the second chart is how much they eat in a day. We know that individual have to eat in a day is different each other. So sometimes we eat once, maybe if we are lazy or we don't want to get out of our bed, we can eat once, and then maybe we can eat twice in the morning and night, and the last we can eat 3 times. So in these charts, mostly of the respondents just eat twice in a day, but there is but there are students in percentage 42% that eat in 3 times. Maybe the students is really pay attention on their nutritional intake, so they really manage what they eat and how much they eat a day. The next chart is the students calculated the number of calories consumed each day. So we can see that the students mostly never calculated the number of calories consumed each day. Maybe they are so busy, so they don't calculate the number of calories. But there are an 18% for the rarely and sometimes that maybe if they remember they will calculate the number of calories consumed each day, but if they don't remember, they never did the calculated of the number of calories. But we can see one of the respondents, there is just 1% of in the chart that often calculated the number of calories consumed each day. Maybe the students is really pay attention on what she or he eat and pay attention on his nutritional intake. So maybe he used some applications or what else, or maybe searching in the Google for the calculated the number of calorie consumed each day. The last chart, there are 2 charts. The first is students from outside of Jogja. So we can see in this chart, the first chart on the left, it mostly students on more than 70% is come from outside of Jogja. So there are just 20% that come from Jogja. So maybe if they come from outside of Jogja, maybe they live in dormitory alone by themselves. And the second chart is the fast food consumed of the students. So we can see there are 3 responses from the students, and we can see in here the mostly of students in 42% in the chart is sometimes eat the fast food. Maybe they are too busy, so they eat the fast foods. And we can see the 32% of the respondents is rarely consume the fast foods. But we can choose in here that 26% is often eat the fast food consumes. They maybe know that it will be harmful for our life, but they still eat the fast food. And we can see there is no one that never eat fast food. Everybody is ever eat the fast food. The next is there are 2 tables. For the first table, there are a question: how do you manage your daily nutritional intake? And there are 3 responses from the respondent. The first, they are never manage daily nutritional intake because do not have time. There is 6 of 20 respondents. The second, they always manage with eat nutritious food and try to balance consuming the carbohydrates, protein, vegetables, fruit, and mineral water. There is 13 respond. But we can see in this table there is one of respondent that using application MyFitnessPal on mobile phone. if you remember, maybe this person is uh, who this person is who this person who often calculated the number of calories consumed in a day. So we can see the second table. The second table in is with the questions: how do you choose nutritious food to meet your nutritional needs? So there are some responses from the respondent. First, according to time and budget that they have, there are three responses, and the second is same with the first table. Always manage with eat nutritious food and try to balance consuming carbohydrates, proteins, vegetables, fruits, and mineral water. Oh, there are some responses that they eat the foods made by mother, or maybe this person is living in Jogja, and there is the responses that cooking their own foods. Wow, there are two respondents, and sometimes they look at the ingredients, but there is one person that have no special things to choose nutritious food to meet their nutritional needs. The last table is with the questions: what is your other nutritional options to meet your nutritional intakes? There are some responses from the respondent. Mostly of them choose fruits and cereal and also milk, but there is four of the respondents that choose vitamin, and there are two respondents that not have other nutritional options to meet their nutritional intake, and one of them choose snacks, but we know that snacks is not other nutritional options to meet our nutritional intake. The next is discussion. So in discussions, I will explain to you that this research shows that the most of respondents still pay attention and have their own way to choose their nutritional needs. And most of the respondents were students from outside of the Jogja area. For some reason, like they don't have enough time and they look at their budget, so they choose not to properly manage their nutritional needs. There is one of the respondents that usually manage his own nutritional needs, even use the application MyFitnessPal on mobile phone. For the options that the pharmacy students choose to meet their nutritional needs are so variously. There are so many responses of them. Most of the students choose milk, cereal, and the mostly is fruits. But there are some nutritional options too, like vitamin, snacks for the nutritional supports. But there is two of them that not have nutritional supports. The students, some of them think because of their busy on assignments in university, and the others, the fast food is the best choice to saving their time. Now we can see in the slides there are the findings of this study found similar results with other researchers with the title College Students Eating Habits and Knowledge of Nutritional Requirements by Abraham 2018. So he said that students were knowledgeable about food containing additives, perils of fast foods, unhealthy of processed food and soda. They intermingle processed and fast food based on taste preference and convenience with fruits and salads. The last is the conclusion. This conclusion of this research is the study presented that the most of the students still have behavior or manage their nutritional needs. Based on the results of the study, it is recommended the further studies with the related topic discover the knowledge and behavior of students even they busy or do not have enough time to manage their nutritional needs. Furthermore, it would be beneficial to research the behavior of students in choosing daily food and calculate their calories consumed each day to meet their nutritional needs. So, that's all the presentation of my research paper, and that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.